Hey YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here again with another reaction video, back again with another viewer request. Isn't it great? I'm back. I've made it all the way back to the channel. It's not dead, I'm not dead, and my will to live isn't quite there yet either. If any of you have been paying attention, you've realized that I haven't been posting videos that often, or at all really, in the past week and a bit, and that's because, as I said before, I was away on a business trip. Somebody paid me money, so I had to go do real work. But I'm back now. The trip is over. We can get back to the real important things, such as watching somebody on the internet listening to music. That's just what we do here now. Congratulations to that. I came back and I saw that I've got about 64 YouTube comments that I have to respond to, so later today, after this video gets posted, I'll take the time and I'll respond to each and every single one. But of course, I do appreciate each and every single comment, each and every single new subscriber. I see we passed 3,100 while I was away. That's kind of exciting. So don't worry, I'm here, I'm back. Greatest content creator on the face of the internet will continue creating content. Of course, if you want to know what I was up to in the past week, instead of the YouTube channel now, take a bit of time to check out company Instagram, RuneGate Studio. Wow, look at that. I was there. Oh, I saw that dog with some cactuses too. Oh, there's me on a beach with a camera, looking very excited. So, you know, follow RuneGate Studio. It's pretty easy. You just have to do it. Of course, back to today's video. The song we're doing today is Extremophile Elite by the band Between the Buried and Me. Of course, I've heard of Between the Buried and Me, or BT Bam. I just never really gave them a listen because I found their fans to be so annoyingly pretentious, even though that's kind of what I've evolved into about any kind of music ever currently. So I can't really be too picky nowadays. I'm sure that I would actually enjoy their music. They just seem to be the Rick and Morty of progressive metal. This band will actually make your IQ triple in size, or number, or height, or however you would measure IQ in a volumetric way. A few people have suggested this, namely Lungful Drummer. Oh, Marin back again with a huge comment on the list, but I guess they suggested this song right here. And Jordan Wright, who wrote this entire comment just to ask me to react to this song. So this was dedicated to you three. I really appreciate all of your comments. Of course, everybody else, following their example, leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and the next video could be yours. I've got the lyrics. I've got this live video. It's over 10 minutes long, but that's okay because I really didn't have any work to do anyways. That's sarcastic. I've got a lot of work to do. Is any of it more important than this? I don't think so. See, I can already feel my brain expanding as we squeak. I mean, just look how intelligent all these guys are. They've got this exact same expression on all their faces, this look of utmost concentration and bliss all at the same time. Like, they know that they're better than everybody else, and it's just so difficult being them. Okay. Alright, I'll stop being so sarcastic and cynical. I'll start just actually listening to the song, because, to be fair, those keys, pretty, sorry, I was about to make another, okay. Maybe I'll turn off the comedy mode, maybe not. It's really all depends what I want to do. I don't need to follow any of your guys' rules. Since I paused the video, I will just say that, hey, it sounds good so far. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Okay, I kind of see what's going on here. The instrumentation is suitably complex and very interesting. They're switching up the rhythms all the time. They've got a bunch of weird different instruments, a bunch of different tones you don't really hear in typical metal or even prog metal, I guess. They're obviously all very talented. That being said, I kind of find that the lead singer is kind of hard to understand. Maybe he just wasn't enunciating as clearly. This is a live recording after all, so I can't expect studio quality vocal recordings, I suppose. But that's just a note, that's just something I noticed. It's something that popped into my brain as I was listening. At least we still have the lyrics, and I followed along, and now we can dissect them a little bit. To see oneself is hard to explain. Last night was the first notion of this. Once again, real life and dreams are whirling among one another. It seems like the protagonist of this song is having some sort of vision or dream. One of those two. He's seeing like a projection of himself, or he's meeting like an alternate dimension, an alternate reality version of himself or something. Because he's saying real life and dreams are whirling among one another. So he's unable to tell if it's real or if it's just all in his head. Then it says space flight navigator, a walking mirror, galaxy drifter entwined together, to grasp the other hand, to hear the other speak. Now, it also seems like the song is taking place in some sort of sci-fi universe. Or maybe it's supposed to be metaphor, but I'm just choosing to take it literally because I find things to be more fun that way and less stressful and strenuous on my brain. This character is a deep space pilot, a navigator, in the midst of his deep space adventures, meets a doppelganger, a mirror image of himself, a galaxy drifter, and they have found their fates to be entwined together. They meet each other, and I guess this person, this mirror of himself, has a will of their own because they speak to him, basically having a conversation with this other person that I guess maybe isn't him but looks and acts like him. I don't know. It's all very mysterious at this point, so we'll just keep going. Ooh, look at that guy. He's into it. Oh. Okay. Take a bit of time to look at the chorus. They switched to the clean vocals. You got a filter on it, harmonizing with, I think it was the bass player. He's got a pretty mean mustache and flow, if you had to ask me. But he's saying, carve one's skin out through their own soil, send chills throughout my body. I mean, I don't know what it's trying to say here. There's probably a lot of different things that you could pull from this. One that pops in mind is the idea of exposing one's true self by digging away, peeling away these layers that they have constructed to project, a desired image of themselves to anybody looking in. I guess just the image of like an earth and all the different layers of soil that cover it up or something. I don't know, like layers, like sedimentary layers of rock or something like that. I don't know. It's just this image that I have of kind of having a hard time formulating it into words, but maybe you know what I mean. Either way, we're going to move on. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're about to transition into another section of the song. I'm starting to kind of remember why I never really got into Between the Buried and Me. I think that every time I listen to them, I just found their sound to be very much just in the middle of any sort of sound that I actually wanted to listen to. I mean, because obviously they're all super talented, and obviously the music is really good. I just never, it's this something about this specific blend of all of their sounds just doesn't really vibe with me. I maybe it's just because it's not like punishing enough. It feels like it's like the instruments themselves are nasally. That's like the best way I can describe it. And that's, I think, always throwing me off a little bit. But this upcoming instrumental section seems to be seems to be a lot more interesting. So we'll see where it goes. Like this sounds kind of, ominous and imposing. But I just don't like that guitar tone. I don't really like that much. But I can't appreciate that drumming for sure. Okay, hold on. Before we get into that section right there, because that seems like it would be pretty cool. Let's look at the lyrics a little longer. Wake up to a dirt-covered surrounding. Machines in the distance, something far too familiar. The world comes to a screeching halt when I cover my ears. Lift off the hands and the claws, work again. Digging graves, deeper graves. The machines deafen my ears with such extremity. Constant maze from digging graves. I bury my head in the dirt, it all stops. This spacefarer has woken up from some sort of dream, or has woken up in some sort of alien surrounding, where a vast expanse of dirt with machines digging graves all around him in the distance. And I guess this cacophonous noise is really taxing on his mental state, because when he covers his ears, the world comes to a screeching halt. I guess he's just blocking out all of the things that make him uncomfortable around him, ignoring it. He says that later where he says, I bury my head in the dirt, it all stops. Because apparently these machines are digging graves with such extremity that is just piercing into his brain and making him unable to function at any, I guess, desirable level. I am really enjoying the drums, but I don't know. It's something with this song is not clicking with me. I don't find this guy's vocals to be overly impressive. And again, I know it's a live version, but that doesn't, I'm not gonna lower my standards just because it's a live version. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say any much more on that. As far as the lyrics go, while I do like to take it literally, it's probably talking something about the idea of ignoring your surroundings or ignoring the problems that the world is throwing at you. And maybe it'll go into the consequences of such ignorance, or maybe he'll find solace in it. I don't know. As I said before, I like to take it more literally than not, just because I find it more fun. So he's currently stranded on some alien world with these crazy machines absolutely destroying the surface of the planet, digging mass graves from a war that he had with a parallel dimension, and that's where all the bodies are coming from. They're actually the bodies of himself, his crew, and everybody he's ever known and loved, and they're all being buried in mass graves on an alien planet. That's the true definition. That's the only real way to look at it. Time to get into some... Oh yeah, look at this. Oh. Okay, so we got tuba, xylophone, violin. Oh, we got a whole 4-piece, eh? Okay. Yeah, I gotta say that section was the most aesthetically pleasing musical component of the entire song so far. You know, not to be like super old, like multiple hundreds of years old, be like, classical instruments are just so much better. It's just that I'm not vibing with this, with what they're doing right now. But that was a nice little break for me. Let's see what they can do if they can join their powers together. I actually enjoyed that vocal section just before where he was doing that really weird theatrical performance just because I found it very interesting. And, you know, we would say, oh, but it's not even that good of singing. No, it's not. But it's like delivering a performance. He made me interested in the song. The lyrics are saying as well, this sends bliss throughout me, upside down dreaming. I guess referring back to the moment where he sticks his head into the dirt and the world of these machines disappears from his awareness, I suppose. Then he says, real life and dreams are whirling. A hand lifts my head out of the dirt, pulling hairs from what seems to be my brain. I see him, me, us, the walking mirror. So I guess his doppelganger survived the war, the intergalactic, interdimensional battle after all, and is pulling him out of the dirt. Maybe they are the only two survivors left on this barren world, much like the ending of Devilman Crybaby, if you've ever seen that anime. Pulling hairs from what seems to be my brain. I mean, who knows what that means? I like these electronic, the keyboard stuff right now. Ooh. See, this is good. Ooh. See, that section right there was really good. That was really enjoyable. I had a good time listening to it. It was heavy. It was driving. The way he sang the lyrics and the way he split up the lines was very interesting as well. Very unexpected and pretty cool. If only the whole song was that quality. Not gonna lie, that drummer is pretty sick though. Okay, that was pretty cool too though. sorry. I'm kind of confused because it seems in the lyrics I have here, there's like a verse that seems to be missing from this live performance that I think would be pretty key to the story. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it and I'm just stupid. I'm still a little tired from the trip. So, I'll blame it on that. It's supposed to say, the clanking of machines scream in the distance. I strain in order to get up. Soon I stumble down a dirt hill and see a buried man, and just his skull is underground. This would tilt the song all of a sudden from the perspective of the doppelganger or the other person or whatever, and he is now stumbling down and witnessing his other self with his head stuck in the ground trying to ignore the world around him. However, that's not happening, but we can maybe just assume that it does, and they maybe this band is just so intelligent that those lyrics were actually present during the guitar solo, and I just didn't understand it because I don't speak guitar. I don't know. This band is too intelligent for me. Maybe I have to go watch Rick and Morty at least 48 more times before I can really comprehend the true magnitude of this band. Because it's really only gotten enjoyable for the last third of it, but it has gotten enjoyable, which I enjoy. See, that's kind of cool. Alright, so that was Between the Buried and Me, Extremophile Elite. I have to say that the song did get enjoyable in the last, I'd say, half of it. It started on that uphill climb out of that weird space I'd always reserved for BT Bam, and why I never listened to the music. But it shows that they definitely have some good stuff in there. Definitely, and again, it's so obvious that they're all so talented and can put together some great music. And there's definitely some great moments in the latter half, like some of the cool guitar solos and harmonies they were putting together. The drummer throughout was amazing. The different styles of switches, they incorporated a band stuff into it. This tuba guy, for example. So there are definitely great moments in the song. And of course, I love the lyrics, or at least the story it was telling, because it seems like the album perhaps is a concept album, and I still like the idea of deep space explorers and then meeting your other self or whatever, because the last of the lyrics here, he's saying, walking into a certain state of desperation, it is a corpse, something is buried where his head once lay, and note, my hands shake and I fall to my knees, slowly read, please know I love. So it's like he's found his alternate to reality self dead, and they wrote a note that he recognizes that as something that he wrote himself to somebody I suppose, that starts off saying, please know I love. Who knows who the note is for? I'm sure anybody who's listened to the entire album probably knows who the note is for. Maybe it's an entire concept album that I have to listen to really understand. Maybe I'll listen to it at some point, but I would hope that I don't know, this song is 10 minutes long, but it felt like so much longer, which is kind of the opposite effect of what I want, where, sometimes I listen to really long songs on this channel, and it feels like the time just breezes by because I'm having such a good time. But the first half was kind of a slog to get through, I felt like. And maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't appreciate good music when I hear it. What you think is good is all subjective, right? Objectively, I can tell that they're a good band, and I can see why people would like them. Subjectively, it's just not for me. There's something about their sound that just doesn't click with me, and I don't know what it is. So sorry to all the hardcore BT Bam fans out there. I appreciated moments here and there. I appreciated the story. Of course, you all know I love sci-fi, cyberpunk stuff, deep space, Lovecraftian cosmic stories. It's all super cool, but maybe just not with this band. I don't know. That's, you know what, a kind of semi-negative, kind of positive, I don't know, one of those weird reviews where I want to like something because you guys are so passionate about it, especially that one comment that was just dedicated so much time asking me to react to it. And so I kind of feel bad that I didn't really enjoy it as much as you guys did, or as much as you wanted me to. But I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like what's even the point of me doing this if I just pretend to enjoy everything that I listen to? So this is a good learning experience for all of us, I suppose. And while now I've gotten a deeper appreciation for their skills and the moments they can put together, the overall sound is still something I'm not super into. So hey, what can you do? It's okay. Nobody needs to get upset or hurt about it. Let's all just have a good time and keep listening to music together. This is why I have the channel, to discover new music and see what I like and don't like. 90% of the stuff I do like, sometimes I don't. So, hey, what are you gonna do? If I didn't offend you too much with my critical view of this song, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. And yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sure I'll see you again soon. And that's it. You know, I have to go do real work probably at some point today.